There we go. Camera's fixed. And recording starting now. And hello, everyone. Welcome aboard the USS Svalinn. And tonight we're running with a short crew, but this will give us time to get some B plot and personal character development going on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We have some new news regarding the development of Starbase Aegis. We talked about this in detail with the other admins and GMs, and we have a long-term plan and going on that will get all the ships involved in this project. So we'll touch bases with that. Whenever we're ready. Commander Ross, would you be willing to do a log in lieu of the captain? Excellent.
Exo's log, Stardate 55705.3. We are leaving the planet of Endalla, the frustrating people of Endalla, and making our way to Certania. Certania?
Certania.
Certania. A colony who's interested in coming back into the fold of the Federation. So we're going to head there and wave the flag and say hello and see if we can bring him back into the fold.
I just like to let that music play out. I really like that song. Kevin MacLeod's a genius. And where's the stars? Where did the stars go? There we go. And music.
Possibly kidnap ship.
Yes. On the way out, the USS Ecliptic tagged distress beacon in from this location in where a ship was but is no longer there. They've flagged it for you guys to do a more thorough investigation of the area. We have the Endalla homeworld down here, which we have left on moderately good terms. The Svalinn is making way to the Certania star system. The Delta Flyer with Maldon and Captain Calder has been sent ahead to start our diplomatic talks immediately, while the rest of the ship kind of takes their time getting there and is on their way to investigate the possibly a kidnapped ship.
Well, let's take a look and see. Do we have any info on the ship, who it was supposed to be?
Let me pull that up here. The ship is the SS Battle Barge, a large civilian freighter. It was mostly used for pathfinding and scouting missions, but it was also tagged out of the safe system of taking on a large number of civilians and trying to head out as well. Belongs to Federation and citizen. It is licensed out of the Trill system.
And it's still showing as missing overdue, or?
Yep, still showing as missing overdue. And you are en route to that. You're still a couple days out. But on board the ship, and oh, those guys go away. There we go. You no longer have any guests on board, Endalla or otherwise. And during this time, Lieutenant L, you wanted to meet with the doctor, or for a follow-up visit.
Yes.
Okay.
Routine physical, I guess?
We haven't knocked that out already?
I think you have, but this is a follow-up to the incident a couple weeks ago regarding his claustrophobia incident. And this is a follow-up to see if he's having any recurring symptoms, if mild anti-anxiety medicine and might be needed, or if any other therapies or techniques might work.
Okay. I honestly don't remember what we did for him in the first place. Did we not prescribe anything, or did we just go with...
You gave him a week supply of anti-anxiety medicine, and in the initial incident, you gave him a sedative. And now he's been about 2 weeks just on his own. In the prior 2 weeks, XL, you've had a couple minor bouts of claustrophobia, but you were able to talk your way out of it. Or at least it wasn't enough that it affected your work.
I think I'm going to wait for any questions from the doctor.
Basically, looking here through the record, I don't see where you've had any significant issues that have cropped up. I'm gonna guess that the medicine's been working for you.
Yeah, but still getting quite a bit of anxiety once in a while.
Okay. Well, we definitely want to continue with the medicine, if it's been helping quite a bit.
Can we do something to help
above
my
game here, I have no idea what to do for him for counseling, other than basically refer him to one of my staff that is adept at counseling to counsel him through this.
Mhm.
Probably
Yeah,
have
you
routine
can.
visits of 2 to 3 visits a week as needed.
Yep, it's totally within your range to prescribe counseling visits and a standard regimen of medication.
Yeah, Lieutenant, I'd like for you to go ahead and see one of my staff on a regular basis. I think we could start with twice a week, see if that helps. And let's go with Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll make sure that it works with your shift schedule, and get you an appointment with the counseling team to kind of help you work through this and hopefully get it fully put behind you where it's not distracting you any further.
You have anything to help with sleep? I've been having a little trouble sleeping with all this anxiety.
All right, above game here, GM. I want to make sure that if I gave him something for his sleep, it's not going to interact with the other medicines, and I also want to make sure we're not going to have a situation here where we get an addiction rolling.
Okay, so you want to check for drug interactions and that kind of stuff?
Essentially, yeah.
Reason medicine and difficulty 2 and the ship's computer's medicine can help.
Okay, I'll use technical expertise. Go ahead and take a threat for bold. I'm going to be greedy and re-roll that.
And the ship's computer medicine, if someone could pick that up.
I got it.
Sweet. So that is 3 momentum generated. Also taking account out his biology, there were a couple drugs that would have had fairly interesting interactions, but you managed to parse them out. You do have a drug regiment of an anti-anxiety medication, a very small dose to take daily, and then a sedative that could be taken as needed at night. That will help with sleep.
And let's see, what's it cost to ask a question off of this? Is it just 1 momentum?
1 momentum, or I might give it to you free depending on the question.
I just want to make sure that none of this is going to interfere with his daily job duties. Also, we'll make sure it's not going to affect his efficiency at his post.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that as a momentum spend.
Momentum, okay.
There is, just to be fair, I will set this as a threat spend as a complication, and there is the small chance that the sleep medication can cause drowsiness and lower reaction times and stuff like that at the next day. Kind of expected. If you take a sedative at night, you might still be drowsy in the morning. The anti-anxiety medicine can cause heart rate problems and digestive issues, oddly enough. But those are just minor side effects I should look out for. As far as cognitive skills, anti-anxiety medications should not interfere with cognitive skills. The sedatives, as expected, might cause you to slow down if he's having side effects from that.
Okay. So, Lieutenant, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on the lowest doses of these two items here, which should prevent you from having any of the side effects of either. I am going to transmit this to the counselor as well, so they can be aware of what you're on, and make sure that anything they may prescribe doesn't conflict with this, or should they want to change this up to something that would be more appropriate for you. Please note that particularly with the sleeping aid, you could see some reduced reflexes and kind of sluggishness the next morning. If that is too much for you, or it's hindering you in any way, shape, or form that would be preventing you from doing your duties, please come see me right away, okay? Do give it a couple of days to kind of build up in your system so that you kind of get the full effect of the medicines, and call me if you have any issues or concerns with these two that I'm giving you, okay?
Yeah, especially with the anti-anxiety meds, is one of those meds that you have to build up in your system over 2 weeks or so.
Right. And while you're here, I'd like to just go ahead and give you a once-over, make sure that everything's good, check your heart, lungs, all that good stuff, if you're all right with that.
Whatever you need to do, Doc.
Okay. I'll just do a quick scan, just a cursory, nothing, not too deep. Just want to check his, blood pressure, respiration rate, heart rate. Just make sure everything's functioning within parameters.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any reason why your heart rate and respiration would be off at this point, would there? Or L? I can't think of it any reason.
I don't think so, but let me check, because you sent me a message and I'm checking that now.
Yeah. Yeah, off the top of my head, and I'm pretty sure that you're not going to find anything out of normal.
Okay. One other question, Lieutenant. When you have these attacks, what can you describe what you feel? What is it? You feel like you can't breathe? Do you feel like your heart's racing? Do you feel like you're going to pass out, dizzy? What exactly kind of transpires?
It feels like the room is like closing in on me, and I do tend to seem to be hyperventilating a little bit.
Okay. I'd like to just go ahead and put a remote monitor on him also, just to, if he has one of those attacks, that it would record his vital stats for me to make sure there's not something physiological going on as well.
Okay.
Just from a standpoint, just to cover all the bases. L, what I'd like to do is go ahead and put a monitor on you, and that way, if you have one of these attacks, no matter where it's at, it'll just give me your vitals, so I can kind of see and make sure that there's not something that's physiological contributing to this, okay? Just to cover all the bases. And it'll also help us adjust dosages to properly handle this in the future, to kind of help get back on an even keel. You won't have to worry about this monitor. It's nondescript. We can put it on your shoulder, on a thigh, or out of sight if you'd like, and you don't have to worry about it in the sonic showers or anything. It won't bother it.
All right, can you go over everything one more time? So the heart monitor, what medications?
So we're gonna put basically a vitals monitor on you. It'll actually give me feedback on several things: your heart rate, blood pressure, chemical imbalances, things like that. It's going to give me basically an analysis of what's happening in your body when you have one of these attacks. And what I'm looking for is to make sure that there's not something chemically imbalanced in you that's causing this, and that it's fully something that we need to just counsel you on, or if there's something that we also need to do to adjust your body chemistry to help you deal with it. Two, what we're going to do is we're going to put you on an anti-anxiety medicine. I'm going with the lowest dose initially. That way we avoid any of the side effects that may occur with that. And then I'm going to give you a sleep aid. Both of which, I want you to tell me if you have any issues with either of those. But the sleep aid in particular might make you a little drowsy in the morning. But you should, within 30 minutes to 45 minutes and after a good shower, should be out of that and ready to go. On the anti-anxiety, it may take 3 to 5 days to build up enough in your system to fully cover you with that. So don't be surprised if you still feel this a little bit for the first couple of days. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
And then certainly if anything comes up that's more severe than what you've experienced, please reach out to medical staff, okay? I think we can get you over this and where it's not bothering you, okay? Another thing, just recreationally, try to get as much time in above game here. Does the holodeck help him? Is that something that will help him? Would I know that?
Yeah, holodeck therapy is totally a thing. As long as you don't focus too hard on the fact that you're on a holodeck. Holodeck of nice outdoor scenes does help with
The anxiety.
ship phobia. Yeah.
Okay, so back to it. And one other thing I'd like is try to make sure that you're getting some time in the holodeck. If need be, I will write an order to make sure that you get proper time in the holodeck to kind of reset your senses and get you into a more comfortable state for what you're used to. Okay.
All right. I've been trying to do at least 1 hour a day every morning in the holodeck.
I think that's fantastic. Are you having trouble getting that more than 3 times a week?
No, not at this time. The 1 hour is about all I can fit in.
Okay,
Spending threat to make something happen in the background.
One hour a day should be plenty, and really, if you can get in there at least 3 times a week, that should be sufficient. So, if it gets to a point where you're not able to have an hour at least 3 times a week, let me know. Okay.
All right.
Other than that, contact me if you have any issues, and you're dismissed to return to your duties.
All right. And Arthur, I'm writing up a message to you.
Yep.
You're writing a message to me? Who'd you say?
To Arthur.
Oh.
So lots and lots. So we have a good anti-anxiety a regimen going on. We have some social treatments going on, along with very light medicinal. We have counseling in sessions in play, as well as holodeck therapy. So lots and lots of really fun failure points. Just all sorts of plot that can happen right here. As far as the heart monitor, Doc, go ahead and give me a control medicine difficulty E2, just to set up that advantage that you have that heart monitor to monitor his vitals. How long did you want that on? Just for the day or a week?
No, I want to monitor him for at least a week.
Okay.
Really, ideally, 14 days. A full 2 weeks. So, go ahead and take, yeah, go ahead and take a threat so I can get an extra dice here. Ooh, I'm gonna re-roll one of those. Or does bold let me re-roll both? Or just
bold just lets you re-roll one.
Okay. There we go.
Nice, gain momentum back. You successfully place the monitor in a discreet location where it's not going to get tussled around too much, and you double check and you're getting a good feed from it. Something of note: if he's away from the ship, the monitor itself can record it for 5 days, but it only has a buffer for about 5 days of readings.
Just a technical note.
Yes.
we currently have monitors today that can record 30 days worth.
Oh, never mind then.
That's on a 9-volt battery, and I know that because I had to have a heart monitor for 30 days. So.
Oh, the more you know. Cool. Yeah, if that's everything, I'll end that scene. And I have some more notes going on.
Just out of curiosity, does command staff get notified of stuff like this? Or is that personal between doctor, patient kind of thing?
It would be, I would notify command staff if it was causing issues with his job, but right now it's under control, so I would not. Because there would be some doctor-patient confidentiality here.
Okay,
Yep.
I was just curious to know how that worked.
Now,
Yep.
that said...
Yep, that tracks.
Now, that said, you, in an emergency, would have access to his medical file. So, you would have command override. I would think that you could pull his file if you needed to.
Okay.
Yep, and that also tracks if there is an emergency situation and you have authorization to pull up his medical file. But at this point, your judgment is right, Dr. Bog, that this is contained and you're handling it. There's no need to notify command staff at this point.
I suppose the captain may be copied on the file, but I don't know that for sure. I don't know how command... I don't know how that would be handled on a Starfleet ship for sure.
I'm under the impression that if it doesn't affect mission status and isn't in anything critical and is under control, the captain and won't be flagged and won't be given notification of this.
Okay.
All right, and with that out of the way, I'm Ross. You're still 2 days out from the wreckage site. As far as you can tell on long range aim sensors, this ship just has as an emergency beacon on, no power signatures.
Are you picking up
And
anything in the nearby area? Other ships or phenomena?
no other ships are phenomenon on, at least at this range. Looks like the ship was just jumped in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
With that in mind, and any personal arcs we like to do.
So I guess I'll start working on some personal stuff. Maybe I'll head down to the holodeck and start working on that Betazoid first starship.
Don't be interfering with my patient's holodeck time.
I was just going to message Arthur and be like, I should go to that holodeck.
Don't we have more than one?
You have two. The Steam Marine class specifically has 2 holodecks.
Well, there you go. You can use that one. I'll use this one.
All right. So, you are like doing a recreation of the Betazoid's first warp vehicle, or
Exactly, yes. Like the Phoenix, but the Betazoid version of it.
very, very cool.
They're
And
rebuilding it from scratch.
okay, yeah, I like this idea. Go ahead and give me a presence, command, or engineering in difficulty 2. Just to see how his holodeck program goes.
presence command.
And any focus is of mental discipline or composure, cultural studies.
I guess focused in starship power systems or propulsion systems. Would that apply to something like this? Or
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that'll work.
Generic
Because you
functions,
are working on a starship for relaxation. Nicely done. So with your rec time in the holodeck, you manage to get some of the core engine and parts figured out. You actually had to step back a little bit because as you're used to working on modern and warp cores, and this is a less advanced one, so there's a lot of parts and features that at the original Beta Z warp ship didn't have, and you had to kind of figure your way around it. But in that case, there's less parts that can break, and there's less points of failure. So it was very interesting in getting in there. Not as many as redundancies as a Starfleet vessel would have.
Yeah, probably pretty crude, comparatively.
Yeah, comparatively, pretty crude, but it's interesting to wrap your mind around how it's so crude yet it actually worked. And you get that weird moment of reaching back in the past and touching your own cultural history.
And I found this really cool holodeck character named Moriarty that's a real big help.
Oh no.
Oh, whoops.
Just kidding.
Lieutenant Maldone.
Yes.
We have a couple days of rec time. Is there anything you want to touch up on, or any scenes you want to do?
I would like to. Last time I went to go work on the boots, I got the general gist of it, but there was still a couple of things that, let's say, went wrong with fixing them, with looking at them. I don't like that, so it's time to practice until I get it right.
Sounds good. Actually, this would be really interesting if you and Elle could share the holodeck on this, if Elle is amenable to being dragged into this.
Absolutely.
All right, so two you get together on the holodeck. This is probably Elle's probably doing double duty and getting some airtime as well. Yeah, this is base.
Can you describe the program?
I was thinking that this was set up on a cliffside. You're on the top of the cliff, and there's this vast forest. There's below a nice serene river going through, and you are a good 2,000 feet up from that. And then, on the top of the cliff, if you have a table set up with tools, so you can work on the boots. So Maldone is working on the boots. Control con difficulty E2 on this.
Okay.
Because you're still trying to figure out basic controls and get a good idea of how to really effectively use them.
Right.
Okay. And And Elle, you can assist with this as well, and you can have a focus of flight.
So like a temporary focus.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that you totally know how to fly. Nice. Between the two of you, you managed to figure out a lot more of the boots controls. Normally the controls are synchronous, but through some clever engineering and a control interface, you managed to toggle asynchronous as boot controls, so you can control the throttle and the directions of the boots separately, giving you more fine-tuned control.
And done. I'd like to see you outmaneuver me now up there.
More gooder flying.
More good or fun.
You know, it sounds like he's challenging my value here.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
I am issuing you a challenge!
He says, but you have to always rely on fuel.
Yes, it's true.
So,
I don't imagine that that's about to become a real problem.
yeah,
A lot of
let's
time.
see you beat me in an endurance competition.
I'll tell you what. All right. How about we go with what works for me? All right. And I beat you in maneuverability right now. Let's go. There's a program for that, like flying rings or something we can go through. Come on.
Oh, absolutely.
Console's right over here.
Reason con difficulty 3 assisted by the ship's computers con to set up an obstacle course. Or actually, instead of difficulty E2, you can set the difficulty, and the higher you set the difficulty of the course, that's the difficulty you both have to do a control con on task to fly through.
Well, the only question is, how difficult are we going to make this one?
3, 4?
I'm down for a 4.
You're down for 4?
Absolutely.
Alright.
Side note, DM, you're about to get a lot of dice here.
I kind of figured.
Because we're
Elle,
both about to dump into this competition.
But
and
technically, what
Elle, you can assist on the design of the course as well.
But that's the thing. This is where we kind of got to break the game a little bit, because if they're doing it together, there's no real one person leading and creating this program. So it's not so much an assist as we're both doing it.
No, this is just creating the course. You'll be competing head-to-head to fly the course.
Yeah.
First,
No, that's
yeah,
what
so we got to
that's
make the
what
course
we're talking
first.
about. You
Yeah.
know, they're putting the course together. Together.
It's basically the same idea as you're setting the parameters and telling the a computer, or okay, we want it on it this long, we want this many rings, we kind of want to adjust the difficulty of it, and then the computer generates it. The reason con is telling the computer the parameters you want.
Elle, if you wouldn't mind taking the lead on actually creating the program itself, I think you're going to be slightly better.
Yeah, this is kind of the same idea as when you go into Super Smash Brothers. You select the sliders of the stage and stuff.
Yeah, but for me to do it, I would probably need his con score. I've got the reason for it. I don't know about the con.
Okay. What do you got total then? We'll just base it off that.
13.
Okay, so it looks like I'm actually going to be able to do it a little bit better. Okay, fine. I gotta nail making the course for sure, especially because it'll be something that we can continue to use later on down the road.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
I do have computers and research focuses, if either one of those would help.
Computers, definitely.
All right.
Maldon, do you have a focus?
Closest thing I'm going to have is flight control systems.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Or small craft, because I have become a small craft.
Yes. Quite technically, you have become a small craft.
Right. I'm going to take 2 dice. First one with threat, second one with momentum.
All right. And we're shooting for difficulty 4, correct?
Correct.
All right. And then L gets an assist, and the computer's con can assist.
We need the ship assist.
Computers, come on. There we go. Perfect. So that's 5 successes.
Okay, and back.
We got 5 successes.
Excellent. So, you managed to build your course. It is daring, death-defying. There's loops and turns in it. For our 2 threat, I will allow you to add interactive obstacles and stuff.
Absolute. Well, I mean, I'm down with that. Is L up to the challenge, though?
Of course.
Excellent. Take the 2 threat. We're doing
it. Yeah, 2 threat, because you're making this course more dangerous, but it'll be more fun that way. And of course, the big question is: did you remember to turn the safeties on?
Of course. I think.
So, just out of character, how are we defining this? Is this a speed test? Is it a endurance test? Is it just a strictly an obstacle course test? Get past basic.
Maldon will absolutely agree that you beat him in an endurance test. That's just implied, just because it's like I only have so much fuel, so it's like let's go with things that I can actually work with.
Okay.
Yeah,
this would be my the maneuverability that I just boasted about. That would be one of the major things. I would assume that it would be both a combination of points and time, probably where it's like certain amount of points reduces your overall time, but it's a time-based thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
propose a way of going about this,
Sure.
author?
I have an idea of how the mechanics are gonna go as far as dice rolling, but
Yeah, I was going to suggest that basically we're each performing our own extended task.
yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. But you have your obstacle course are set. You're basically going to run 3 laps of it. You have to hit the rings, and there's going to be some obstacles thrown in the way that might slow you down.
Also, can we like hook up like basically like walkie-talkies? Just headset on one in his suit and one that I can just wear.
Yeah, you'll be able to communicate with each other easy. That's not even an issue.
For that shit talking in flight.
Of course.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
And we have our dramatic music.
Why do I hear boss music?
I don't hear any music.
Oh, whoops, wrong track. No.
Is it on roll 20?
Yeah, the music's on roll 20. Yeah, would you want to put this on ship monitors? Or is this just between you two?
Listen, if you want to get crushed in front of the entire ship, be my guest.
Oh, shit. So...
Hold on. How about we do a practice run?
Works fine with me.
Yeah.
You're most comfortable with.
Yeah, you're allowed like one free round and to go through and get a feel for the track. You get one dry run.
Did I
yes?
also hear correctly that these obstacles are interactive?
Yes.
We should let the crew interact with those, I think.
Oh, that's mean. I love it.
Author, I sent you a message.
Yep, I got your message. Do you want to broadcast this to the rest of the ship?
How else are they going to interact with the obstacles? They can't see it. There's no way for them to interact with anything.
Okay, Ross, you get the a message that 2 of your senior officers are having a flying race on the holodeck, and they wish to broadcast it to the rest of the crew.
Oh yeah, we're putting it on everything.
Mouse runs in. Morpheus is fighting Neo.
Yeah, we'll set up in the galley. We'll have big screen TV and everything.
Okay, so the head-to-head extended task race. We're gonna do magnitude 3. We have difficulty 4, or of course. Work track. We have 3 magnitude. So 15. Let's go. Oh, work track 18, and then in resistance. We did set this is pretty difficult. So resistance is 3, but the resistance can go up and down depending on threat spends or crew interaction.
Can I propose that?
So does that mean I can spend momentum to mess with them?
Huh? Yes, in between rounds, the crew can jump in and mess with stuff.
Oh, that's rough. You guys gonna suck up all the momentum. Get nothing.
I can't believe we're doing this. This is awesome.
There's 2 momentum there. I would suggest let's split that. One to me, one to Mount
Yeah.
Doan.
No one
And-
can spend more momentum than the other in any given round.
But no. That way, me and him start with 1 each, and then that way each
Split
of us
it up.
basically have to generate our own momentum, otherwise, or use threat or BSOL.
Yep. Okay. If the rest of the crew's okay, Ava's splitting the pool for a moment.
And then anything that's left over goes back to the main pot.
Yep. Okay, so did not plan on this, but we are doing a race today. All the monitors are set up, and the senior staff basically before every round, and you can pitch in together and do a control con difficulty 2 task to add an obstacle to one or both contestants, and that will increase the resistance. So first up, would any of the audience want to throw some wrenches in this task?
Of course.
All right.
What kind of question is that?
Yeah. Why even ask?
One person takes a lead, control con difficulty 2.
Now,
How are your
how
guys'
do
con?
We rolled
does
that,
it
didn't we?
increase on us both, or do they get to choose who they want to apply it to? How's
They
that gonna work?
choose who it applies to.
I vote we just apply it to both and see which one is better at dodging.
Yep.
Mario Bullet moves across the screen.
So who in the audience is going to lead the roll?
What's your guys' control
does our
con?
does our character itself themselves roll that?
Yeah, the character themselves.
So, and what's the roll again? Control.
It's control plus con.
Whew, I've got a con of 1. Control's 11, but con is 1.
I'm rolling a 14 total. What about you, XO?
What was my what?
Your control con. We need to strategize here to screw
Got a
these guys
13.
over. Okay.
That'd be hilarious. Like, I'm ready for something as cliche as like it ends up as a tie, but it would be even funnier if we both fail because the crew just absolutely destroys us.
I'll look at Dr. Bog and the XO. So how do we want to go about this? Any recommendations? I'm thinking maybe a chasing phaser drone. Not set to any damage level, but just enough to scare them.
To
Safety's
give you
are
a
on.
zap.
Exactly.
Oh, I like that.
Okay. Yeah, Jim, we'll have like some phaser drones chasing both of them.
Okay.
Ooh, that is going to be one challenging considered task.
Okay. Shithaki, you take the lead, control con difficulty 2, and one other person can assist.
Do we want to give him a single threat on this, or do we not? I asked the doctor and the XO.
Yeah.
Okay. I am firing phaser drones, right? Tactical systems?
Yeah, I'll accept that.
And this is from the doctor or the XO, I guess.
Yep.
I can assist you.
Yes.
All right, so the resistance is 4 on this, and the complication of the task roll goes up by 1.
Excellent.
Dr. Boggs, is that up your thing? Presence medicine difficulty 2.
All right, hang on a sec.
Dr. Bog is just like, oh, come on, I just put the heart monitor on him. Come on. Medical team.
All right,
Get ahead.
What was it?
Presence medicine diff 2 to set up the advantage that medical teams are standing by
That's
for the
smart.
death
Get ahead
race.
of the disaster.
You need a real elaborate medical station with all the, flashing gizmos and everything.
Okay, let's see here.
Really over the top.
Can I use the advantage of my nursing staff to give me an extra roll there too?
Actually, they can and decrease the difficulty to 1.
Okay.
Oh, you hear that, El? The doc brought the medical team for you.
Ooh, crap. We forgot something, Major. We forgot all the splints for broken bones. I hate to do this to you guys, but I'm going to spend that 2 momentum to quash that.
Probably a good idea. You are you hear this announcement going off. You hear this announcement that we're going to be broadcasting this race, and you read the details of the race, and you're just like, oh shit! Medical teams to holodeck 2.
I could just see him telling himself he's gonna kill L.
He's probably going to kill both of you.
No, he's flown with me before. He knows I'll be fine. That's why the medical
trash
team
talk
for
is
you.
heavy.
In
Oh
all
my
seriousness, though, before we actually jump off the cliff and start the race, there will be some sort of handshake or fist bump or something like that. Something cool, like very movie picturesque, where it's like we fist bump and then jump off the cliff.
Klingon headbutt.
Yeah, I like that headbutt. Go.
Yes.
Can you pin that message for me?
Of the work track? Yeah. Message is pinned.
Thank you.
All right. You guys do your pre-flight, your pre-race ceremony, a handshakes, and with that, we are off as both of you jump off the cliff at the same time and into the obstacle course. First roll is Control Con difficulty 4, complication 2. As soon as you jump off the cliff, 2 new phaser drones and start flying after you.
Oh gosh. Time to readjust. I'll go ahead. I assume we're probably just taking these at the same time anyway. But I'll take
you're
2
both
additional dice
Are we gonna just
with all threats.
who first each round?
No. Oh, no. Oh, you can just go at the same time.
Okay.
So, who rolls first or second? It won't really affect it that much.
All right.
2 dice, all threat.
And L, what are you spending?
Hold on, let me think for a minute. Think about this. Because my control con's a lot lower than his, so I have to work twice as hard.
Don't you have an athletics as focus?
I have an athletics focus, but
Okay.
that focus isn't going to do me that great without a decent con score.
True.
The only alternative is, L and his science knows his aerodynamics and his flight abilities and use science instead of con. That would be the only alternative.
Nope.
But,
Has to be con.
Yeah. All right.
You do have the trait of Alorian. I'll allow you to invoke that trait to decrease the complication.
That still ain't going to change much when we're talking. This just simple game mechanics and understanding how to achieve the numbers needed.
Yep.
That's not going to do that much. So I mean, I'll take it, but it's not going to help all that much, really. Okay. Out the door. Never waste an opportunity to fly.
Yeah. You are taking this opportunity to fly.
L knows he wants to jump out, get the lead to show Maldon who's boss. So never waste an opportunity to fly. I am going to buy 2 extra dice with threat. So that's
You're about to get so many threat dice.
Okay, so you bought the 3rd dice, Ice with Determination. The next one's 2 threat. The one after that is 5, is
Correct.
3 threat. So 5 threat altogether.
Yep.
When you guys are done with this, he's going to have enough threat to bring in a Borg cube.
Exactly. I mean, it's gonna. There's no way around it.
How'd we get to 19?
Well, that's one way to get a new show or a new character.
Focus athletics.
Yep.
All right, going to see what this gets. Not too bad. And then I want to use the metal that gets 2 the 2 uses out of my determination spend. So I'm gonna re-roll that 0.
Okay.
I'm gonna use spend a threat to re-roll one of those dice with bold.
Yep. You already spent the threat, so you can re-roll 1, and L can re-roll 1.
We'll have to live with that. We don't have anything to quash it with.
This is fun. L manages to pull ahead on the jump. Yep, so that is 5 on into 4, so you gain 1 momentum. L, go ahead and roll me 2 + 3, 5 challenge dice.
5 challenge dice.
No, wait, 4. It is 2 plus your score. My bad.
I could spend a determination to re-roll those 2 dice.
It is up to you. But let's have L roll the challenge dice first.
Yep, fair enough.
Roll 20 issue.
Yep.
Just want to reload the page. How many challenge dice?
4 challenge dice.
Was it 4
Not
or 5?
enough to really get
4.
anywhere.
Let me spend the momentum on piercing.
Okay.
So that reduces resistance by 2.
So that is 3 work on the resistance was 4. Down to
So I
2.
get literally one work done.
Yeah, 1 work done. Huzzah! You get that jump start, but you're not that far along yet.
Oh shit, this is gonna be a long road.
Yes, it is.
Maldone, did you want to spend a determination to reroll that comp in the other
We're
zero?
gonna take it on the chin. We're gonna take it on the chin. Just gonna let it stand.
Excellent. So, the phaser drone fires and you get a little singed. 2 stress.
Okay.
So, not enough to cause an injury, but enough to kind of startle you a little.
Okay. If there's any comms that, like, I don't know if the crew can hear the comms or if that content will be distributed later, but
All right. Round 2. Audience members, do we want to throw something else in?
Of course. What, again, he asks. What the
Should any suggestions? I don't know.
I'm still
I
going
think
with a
the-
line of Klingons with the pain sticks.
I was thinking that the hoops that they're flying through, like the gates that they're flying through,
Flaming
I think
noobs.
they need to start moving.
Ooh, yeah.
That work.
I like it. I like it a lot. Same diff, too?
Same diff.
It's not a great roll. Hope we can get the assist on that.
Ooh, you know what would be really... That's almost too wicked to even say.
Say it.
something wicked this way comes.
Have different obstacles materialize in the path of their flight path.
Alright.
Okay, I thought that you didn't want us to get hurt, though.
That's why the med team's here, so he can fix you.
Yeah. Ross, did you want to do an assist on this?
Sure, another control con.
Yep. Unfortunately, you program and the obstacles to move, but the code is incorrect. So they're moving back and forth, not laterally, so it doesn't really affect them. Affect the flight path. So same as before, diff control con diff F4 from our two contestants.
May not really affect them, but boy, it looks cool on TV.
It looks cool on TV.
This is getting another 6th threat.
Oh boy.
Holy crap, you're giving them 6 threat at a go? Is there a cap with how much threat you can have?
Not
There
really.
isn't. He's
No.
gonna probably have over 100 threat by the time he's not done our year.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like he is about to get a massive amount of threat from the both of us, because neither of us like to lose. So,
25, my God.
This is fine.
guess
This
who's
is
getting
fine.
another 6 on top of that?
Well, GM, if you ever wanted to do a Borg session, this is your time.
Yeah.
Oh my
By
God.
the way, Starfleet Exploration Division decoration, as well as Starfleet conspicuous citation for conspicuous gallantry.
Oh my goodness.
What's the conspicuous gallantry?
Okay, so the first one reduced the difficulty by 1, so it's the 3 difficulty. And the Starfleet citation for conspicuous gallantry, that's the one where I roll 6 challenge dice to block the threat.
All right. Give me
Not
6
that
challenge
bad.
dice.
Yeah.
L, roll the 6 challenge dice so I know how much threat I lose.
Neither of us like to lose, and there's no momentum to pull from. What do you expect us to do?
Okay, so I only have 30 threat.
31. I am also going to re-roll another one of my dice, one of my zeros.
You already spent threat at, so...
Right.
Oh, the bolt.
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
Okay, so Maldon gets 1.
Okay, we're gonna burn a Medal of Honor to get another 2 momentum.
Okay. But the 2 momentum is temporary. L, do you have a reroll all on that?
Hold on.
Okay, Maldon.
Like I said, my con and Troll is not going to. It is not a winnable fight here.
Bear in mind that I don't know the system very well as well, and I don't want anyone helping me too much on this one, so that might give you a little bit of an edge there too.
All right, Maldon, you clear air this leg, so you can do. Your con is 4, so you can roll 6 challenge dice and see if you can get work on the table.
Okay.
It's not about the help, it's just the sheer numbers. I have a score of 11 to work with. Add your
I'm aware of that.
con.
We're fine.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
So, with that temporary momentum, one of them can, like, what can I do with that as far as this roll that I'm about to make with my challenge dice is concerned?
It's best to roll the challenge dice first, and then
Okay.
you can add the momentum afterwards.
I didn't hit enter.
Yep.
I mean, I needed to clear that.
Nope, it rolled twice.
I needed to clear that
Let's take the
resistance.
first one,
That
yes.
first roll didn't happen. That
Yep.
was my only chance.
All right. So yeah, we'll go with the first one. So you have 5 work on the table, but it's resistance 3, so you have 2 work with
Wait,
the
no,
momentum.
his resistance is still 4.
No, the base resistance. Oh yeah, resistance is still 4 because of the other tactic. All right, so you have 1 work on the table with it. So 1 momentum you can remove 2 resistance.
Okay.
One momentum and you can add 1 work.
Okay.
I think that's about it. So your best play a would be 2 momentum to remove the resistance and just put everything on the table.
Yeah, let's do that.
Nope, that was bad. 5 work. And with that, Maldon finishes his first lap. L on the other hand.
There's no way to do it. When I'm dealing with a 9 combined score and he's got a 15, there's just no way to do this.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
There's all kinds of things that could happen, including the crew.
Whoa! Oh shucks. I'm gonna spend into reroll. L, you get 3 damage as a phaser zaps you. It's annoying, but not enough to knock you out of the air. All right. To switch up the rules a little bit, you can either, the audience members can either help a contestant or they can hinder one of them.
I thought that was what we were doing from the start.
Yeah.
I didn't think that everything was going to be applied to both. I thought we'd do pretty much whatever.
Yeah,
To either
just
or.
to clarify that, and also to maybe give an edge to someone. What would the audience like to do?
What was that game where you go over the pads and it gives you that boost to speed?
Oh, which one? That's like 90% of racing games.
Yeah, that's a lot of racing games. Yep.
Went over the green arrows.
Yeah, something like that.
So
What do you think? And try to up one of them.
I think we should just turn out the lights.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
mean.
that's
Why is it that the
genius.
doctor is the one who comes up with all the meanest stuff?
I'm sorry. I need to get out of my GM head.
Oh,
Yeah, I have some ideas, but they're I'm gonna keep it fun for them.
you could throw clouds in the path. You could, it's like that would
Rain.
make it rain. Increase gravity. I mean,
Oh, that's a good one.
I've got a better one. Cut gravity.
oh,
That would be fun.
Mid thrust. Yeah, mid
Drain
thrust.
Mount
Gravity's
Dog
just
fuel.
gone.
Fuel leak.
No, because then I just lose. We already talked about this. Like, if I don't have fuel, I'll just lose the game.
What are we thinking, guys?
I think they're all kind of extra mean at this point. I think they've got enough to
Yeah.
deal with.
This might be right. They've only finished one lap.
Well,
No,
Maldone has finished one
The,
lap.
the problem is our scores are so different, and these are playing to his strengths and playing to my weakness.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, you signed up to race the con officer.
I did ask you if you wanted to broadcast that to the whole crew. I gave you a
yeah, but
chance.
the
And
GM decided to control con.
Well, what else would it be?
But again, you know,
I might would have given you fitness something, but con, yeah, I get that. I'll leave it up to you guys. I made the phaser guns. Maybe we'll let them have a round. Should we let them have a round without any interference from us?
I think we're probably so in tune to the race we would forget to make modifications at least one round.
Yeah, let's lure them into a false sense of security. I like it.
Actually, yeah, I will. I'll say that you don't get a that you're so enthralled in the race that you don't get a round in. However, the computer being a dick. Maldone, a fog cloud descends over you, and your visibility is drastically reduced.
okie dokie.
So, our difficulty goes back up by 1. All right, so control con difficulty 4, you two.
okay, hell.
Okay.
Spending a milestone where Els used flying around with Maldon before to regain determination. Spending determination again. Again, I'll never waste an opportunity to fly.
+2 hits for L.
Only my aerial combat could help here.
I mean, we didn't put any rules in there that said you couldn't mess with them in some way like that.
No, it's a talent, but it doesn't really apply to this so much.
No, what I'm saying is if you find some way to incorporate that, there's no rules that says you can't hit me with combat during the race in some way.
That this is true. You did not clarify that you couldn't have contact.
It's not in his personality, so.
All right.
True.
That I just part of me thinks that that would be hilarious. Just like I start to make my second lap.
L will fight back, but L's not going to start it.
Fair enough. But that would be hilarious. I start making my second lap as I come up behind you, and you just like throw out a wing or something, and just or a talon, just whack me as I'm passing or something. That would be funny. Because I'd be doing something like sticking out my tongue, or some sort of trash talk, bad mouth thing as I was passing you, and then just suddenly just like, why am I traveling down?
All right. 5 more threat to the GM.
I'm gonna buy 2 dice, all with threat.
Okay. This is fine. All right, so nothing bad's gonna happen.
Nothing at all.
Going to use the metal that doubles my my focus range.
Okay.
And God hope that I pull some 1s or 2, or well, no, anything up to a 4 at least.
Yep, up to a 4.
Really? Well, wait.
You got 2.
Wait.
You got 4. You got 4.
Hold on. Spent determination. Can I get a repeat on that conspicuous gallantry? 2 uses of the determination.
Do you have that? Have clusters?
Hold on. We don't have clusters.
Yeah, you can't get a second use of it.
All right, I'll spend a milestone to get second use of it.
Which episode? I'm pretty sure I know what value.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I know what value you're going to use.
Let's see here. Yeah, spending a milestone. And I don't know what episode. Just there's been so many. Re-rolling the 3.
Okay.
Oh, and actually that 1 on the table is a 2, by the way.
Yep, I got that.
So 3 total. Great. Oh wait, no, plus the 2. Yeah, so 5. Yes.
All right. Both of you roll your challenge dice.
Hold on, I have a re-roll on that that failure, and it stays. Okay, fine. Oh my gosh.
How many challenge dice?
L, you're rolling 4. Maldone's rolling 6.
God damn.
Ooh.
It's not possible.
I got you. All right. So first, first let's resolve Meltdown. We have 7 on the table. Minus 3 is 4 work done.
Do I have to spend my momentum to get piercing again?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right. So that gets 4 work. So we're up to 6 work done. However, with our complication, we're undoing 2. We're undoing 2 work plus 2 more.
Okay.
So you only get 1 work arc done, and as that fog cloud is really messing you up.
All right.
Oh, 6. L, you have 2 work. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know how 5 work?
Hey, stop.
Huh?
How do I have 5 work?
I spent threat to give you work.
Ah, okay.
Cause, yeah, I'm the GM. I make the rules. This is the thing I can do.
Is that a determination you have on your sheet? I'm the GM. I make the rules.
Yes.
Kind of like that one.
So how much work is it?
You got 6 work, so you got 1 breakthrough. So both of you are down. Yep, both of you are down to difficulty 3 as L trips up in the cloud, and now Maldon got tripped up in the cloud out and got lost for a little bit, and Maldon was able to finish his first lap. How am I mixing you guys up?
I don't know. One of us has wings.
All right. Audience participation.
Well, I can't think of anything that's gonna mess them up too much.
You could do something to give someone a boost.
Yeah, you can't really mess me up. The numbers are so stacked against me, both on the base roll and on the challenge dice.
This rolls pretty hard on its own.
How about random rings that they have to fly to that give them the jet boost?
Ooh, I like it.
Okay, we
You
can do
can't tell
that.
which is which.
One of us doesn't have jets.
It'll work the same way.
Yes, speed boost either way.
Yep. Yep. Control con on div 2.
Am I taking lead or?
If you want to, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Can assist.
All right, random rings of speed boost. That will decrease the difficulty for everyone. All right, so we're rolling control con difficulty 2.
1 additional dice.
Threat or momentum?
I've only got threat right now, so.
Yep.
Alright, you're getting 6 threat.
All right.
Well, too bad testing a theory in theory and a practice can't apply. That would be a game changer.
Oops.
Oh wait, it's 3 difficulties, so that succeeds. Alright.
It's 2 difficulty actually, because the boost rings.
Ooh.
So you get 1 on momentum as well. Go ahead and roll your challenge dice, nice gentlemen.
One to reroll 3, and
Yep.
1 on Pierce 2. There we go. 5, 2 resistance,
Okay, so you have resistance 1, so plus 1 more. And Mardon has 6 minus 2, 4. Would you like to spend your 1 momentum and to get 1 more artwork and a breakthrough?
I didn't have any more momentum, did I? Oh, it was diff 2.
It was diff
Right.
2, so you got 1.
We're gonna hold on to that one for now.
Okay. So ignore my stealing.
Yep.
Plus 4. All right, final round.
Is it the final round?
Oh, L pulled ahead. Eddie's on lap 2. You are just behind him.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anything from the audience? Mordecai's giant wall of whipped cream. Sure, we can make that happen.
That would be hilarious.
Is that
Ross.
a cloud? Whipped cream.
Yeah, basically a cloud.
If you want to do that, control con on diff 2, Ross.
Can I somehow use my keen senses here to get an idea if it's a normal cloud?
I've got to I've got to re-roll that.
How are you re-rolling it?
Determination.
GM's got the threat to spend. Just put in the damn cloud.
Yeah, I'm gonna put in the cloud. One of the clouds Al's drifting in front of you is whipped cream, but L, you have the advantage of maybe being able to spot it.
All right, what do I need to do to spot it?
Insight Science Diff 2. And you might be able to avoid this as hazard.
Let's spend one momentum.
Okay. Yep, you're just flying too fast and you're unable to catch it. So we are at Control Con on difficulty 2 for L, difficulty 3 for Maldone.
Okay.
Sixth threat.
All right.
2 dice.
Oof.
Reroll on that crit. Not gonna be.
Didn't quite. I make it. Oh,
I'll go ahead and throw out the determination now to do a reroll.
On what value?
I think it would be funny. Like, this isn't the sentiment that the value is actually meant to be put towards, but I think it's kind of funny. The captain signs the paperwork. But I'd probably actually proc it off of Eager to Please. I know there are a lot of people that are watching me right now. So
the entire ship is watching you, and you're eager to. I'm going to rephrase that sentence really quick. There's a lot of people watching you, and are eager to show them what you can do.
Exactly.
So yes, I almost stumbled into that. That was really close. All right. So you have 1 threat generated, or 1 momentum, and L, you have 2 momentum. Go ahead and roll challenge dice.
I will. Go ahead, Maldon.
All right. Oh, would you like to spend a momentum to reroll?
1 to reroll, 1 to pierce.
Okay. So you got 2 work on that. Not quite enough to finish it. Maldone, you have 4 on the table and 1 momentum.
Okay, Pierce is going to be my best option here, right? Pretty much. Because I can only add 1 work.
Yeah, Pierce.
Do it.
Plus 3. All right. That's all well and good. I'm just gonna recall the threat, and it is at this point, right, however, Dr. Bog, you get an alert that L's heart rate is really high, a lot higher than it should be at this point, and L, flying through the rings for some reason is starting to trigger a panic attack, and you are instinctively flying away from the rings, and you just mentally can't get yourself to fly into that narrow space, and you're trying to get away, and in your panic you slam into a wall.
Who put a wall on a flying simulator?
There's walls on the side.
Yeah, you're in a room that's only like 10-15 feet.
Yeah, but do you understand how the holodeck works?
Yep,
it's pretty much impossible to hit the wall, because when you're heading towards the wall, it turns the whole room so that it makes you curve, thinking you're going one straight by changing the layout of the room.
Yep, I understand
It's
that.
really impossible to hit the wall.
But there's walls and stuff on the edges of the simulation, and you ran into one of the walls, and you were going so fast the holodeck didn't have time to adjust the topography to get you out of the way. So 3 damage there. I spent 2 threat, so you got 5 damage.
Smack, or more like a bounce off of it?
I spent enough threat to 5 damage. You have an injury now.
Oh boy.
Splat.
Yep, you splatted, and one of your wings is broken.
Yeah. Maldon is just going to hear a scream. Ah!
Yep, and at Bog, you see that there's an injury on deck.
Okay. Computer medical override cancel program.
And at the program is canceled. Oh, the holodeck fades away, and medical staff rushes in.
I'll just get out of their way.
Mm-hmm.
Like my instinct is to, go. Oh my gosh, L, that whole deal. But I'll actively suppress that because medical staff is right there. It's better to let them them do their job.
Who put a wall in the simulation?
Maldon, give me a presence command and diff 2.
Okay.
It's brutal. Ouch. That's a nasty gif. I didn't realize how bad that was until I watched it twice.
Presence command diff 2. You got 2 dice. I'd like to spend 1 momentum to get a 3rd dice.
Yep.
Whew.
GM, if that gif is too much for people, I can delete it if it's too much.
I think that might be.
I think it's about right.
Oof. You do have the instinct to call out and rush to your friend, and you feel really bad for rushing the situation like this, but you manage to control yourself and step back and let medical staff have come in. Dr. Bog, you are on the scene. Right, you and your nurse staff are right there by L's side. What would you do?
L's seeing stars. He's like, who turned off the holodeck?
First thing, don't move, L. Don't move, and we'll grab his basically hold his neck stabilized because I don't know what's fractured yet. But we'll do a quick scan to see where I need to focus.
Yep, control medicine diff 2.
Okay. Let's see here.
Oh, I was gonna switch.
I'm going to go ahead and use my combat medic here. Whenever the character attempts first aid tasks, they may spend 1 momentum to cause the recipient to regain points of stress equal to the number of characters' medicine discipline. Character may only regain stress in this way once per scene.
Yeah, absolutely. Control medicine diff 2, and then if you're successful, L can regain 5 stress.
Okay, and gosh, I don't want to give you any more threat, so I'll spend a momentum to get a 3rd dice, and we'll go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Nice. So, and the first aid, combat medical, and that just fires automatically.
That's what it looks like.
Let me look here. Medicine.
I have to spend a momentum.
Okay. Why is it under medicine? That's.
AFK 2 minutes.
Yep. Okay, so spend 1 momentum. ML regains 5 stress, and his wing is hit, and he took a conk on his head. That might need, the conk on the head, definitely concussion, and a broken wing injury, which also stresses into his right arm.
Okay, I'd like to spend. Do I have 2 float? Is that what I've got?
You have 2 float, and you spent 1 to heal him the stress.
Okay, but I've still got the 2 float.
You have 1 float now.
Well, I think the spend would have come before I rolled for the combat medic.
Is it?
Whenever the character attempts the first aid task.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's previous. Okay.
Okay, so I'd like to spend my 2 float to create an advantage that the fracture is not a significant one, and will not cause any lasting issues for L.
The fracture's not a significant one. You can and probably run an osteo regenerator over it now, and that you can fix that at fracture.
Yeah. Okay.
Author?
Yes.
I want to spend 2 momentum to avoid injury or any permanent injury at that.
Yes, that is something you could do. At that, you shake off the immediate effects of the concussion, and you kind of come to.
Did I
Doesn't
win?
look like anything that I'm going to have him overnight in sick bay, but I'll give him basically concussion protocol, and advise us if there's any other issues.
Where's Ash at?
AFK. ERB.
Ash, are you available?
Let's say, because now Elle's going to want to know who either put the wall in or who turned off the program.
Dr. Bog, control medicine diff 2 to heal the wing.
Okay. I have done worked on somebody's bones before here. Let me look back here.
Right wing looks a little limp right now.
Sorry, I'm just looking back through my notes here. Give me a moment.
Yep.
Yeah. So I fixed Captain Harmon's ribs. Looks like, and a skull fracture even.
I remember that. Yeah.
Drive to heal and save lives. I'm gonna go ahead and spend that.
You may spend it.
And I'll just go ahead and roll here and see what we get. I'll leave it at that.
All right, and with that, you run your osteo regenerator over the wing, and having a nurse hold it out correctly, and you manage to repair the bones. It is at this point that you get a hail from the Rust. You get a hail from the bridge.
Borg cube sighted, sir.
Nope. It's Bailey on the
28 go to 2.
Yep, it's Bailey on the horn. Captain, we're receiving a distress call from the SS Gravy Train, and we're about 15 minutes. It's out at high warp.
On my way. I'll head up to the bridge.
Do you call
Did
for
they say
alert?
Gravy train?
Yes.
He said gravy train. That's what I heard.
I hope it's
Civilian-
a food. It better be a food transport.
Civilian ships have weird names. Ross, do you call for alert status?
Yellow alert.
I bet they have lots of soul food.
Oh, this is Gravy train. I love it.
All hands, yellow alert.
Can we steal that for if we get a new show?
No, Starfleet won't allow you to call the ship the SS Gravy Train.
Dang it. Okay, so
How about the USS gravy train?
oh, perfect.
All right, switching to yellow alert.
Yeah. Is the doctor going to let L report to the bridge right now?
I don't see why he couldn't.
All right, all hands at battle stations.
We got you patched up.
This
What are we
crew's
getting?
gonna be the death of me. All right. Actually, I will allow this is to happen. First of all, spending ending threat.
Red for reasons in the background.
Man,
threat for
he's spinning
raisins.
Threat like he's at a strip club.
Money.
Make it rain.
Maldone, you run to the bridge, trip and fall a little bit. Manage to get back up. It takes you a little bit longer to get to the bridge console than you thought, but now at this point you can make a control con difficulty 3 assisted by ship's engines con to warp in and really fast and try to get the jump on this.
Could use Calder, because with the conversation on the bridge is definitely going to be happening and very interesting. Who cares if it's battle stations? We really do need Calder.
He went bye-bye.
Yeah, he's busy elsewhere. Control con diff 3.
Like off ship elsewhere?
He is off ship.
Oh, then XL's gonna get all the fun then.
come on.
Yeah, the Exos got 26 threat working against him too.
Yeah.
You're more of an engineer, not a command specialist. So
Calder got on the game and saw that threat, and he said, "You know what? I think I'm going to skip tonight's session."
Probably.
Written off.
Just call me back when we have a new ship.
It's not the first time he's had 30, and he's had 30, and we've got him down to 0 before.
I
right.
will take a third dice with one with momentum, one with threat. Start, of course, with the one with threat. By the second one with momentum.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Excellent, Cait. And the ship assist engine con.
Elle's going to look over to Ash and say, do you know who put a wall in the simulation?
He's BRB at the moment.
Oh.
Can someone roll engines con for the ship?
I'll get it.
I get it.
All right. At least got one momentum off that. As yes.
I was just gonna say, I'll look at Ellen and said, well, you two were the ones who made the program. Are you detecting anything on sensors?
I'm going to then in turn, as I'm working on the sensors, say to Malcolm, so did you put in that wall?
Absolutely not. I like a good clean fight when it comes to these kinds of things.
Then who put the wall in there? Spend one momentum, and...
We're going reason, science, and stiff 3 on this.
Oh, whoops, sorry, that was wrong things marked. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
And diff 2 because of sensors. So 4 successes. All right.
Guess I can grab the sensor science. Oh, we have breaches still? I thought these got taken care of. Last session?
We shouldn't have any breaches.
I don't think we should either.
No, wipe the breaches off. That was taken care of early last episode. And I'm going to whisper you what you find.
Oh wait, what's this one for? The new reason con? Or reason science?
Nope. That was the sensor science for the ship. So that's an extra... to do. At this range, that's the best you can tell. For extra momentum, you can gain more details.
Yes, let me gain more detail. Oh wait, I get one free.
You do get one free. What would you like to ask?
Class sizes.
The scales determine that.
Well, no, not necessarily class. I mean, you know, a ship could be big or small and be of a certain class.
The scale kind of helps communicate that.
Yeah, and if you, I don't know what.
Okay. So basically, what I'm saying, possibly something like a battleship, a cruiser, and 4 destroyers.
Yeah, that's roughly what you're seeing.
Okay.
Are you saying this out loud, or are you talking to GM?
I'm gonna say, we got company.
What are you seeing?
Yeah. Yes. What are you saying?
Okay. Spend a momentum. Can I tell if they're at an alert status?
All vessels are at an alert status. The scale 5 vessel doesn't appear to have weapons.
Doesn't appear to have weapons. Okay,
Either it's at yellow, yellow alert, or it does not have weapons to use.
All right. One more momentum. What species are the ships from?
That's a good question. Scale 5 vessel is Standard Civilian Federation, and the others are Nausicaan.
Okay.
Gotta love it.
Excel, we got 5 Nausicaan ships out there attacking a there's 5 Nausicaan ships out there with a Federation vessel.
And the Scale 5 vessel is the Federation.
So there's a scale 5 Federation and 5 Nausicaan scales? 5 Nausicaan ships?
Yeah, 1
5
scale
Nausicaan ships.
4 and 4th scale 3.
Useful.
All right, we'll go to red alert.
Oh, I get to push button again. All hands, red alert. And I get to switch to my red alert overlay.
Can as now that we have this information, can I do like a this is this Romulan vessel, they usually have these armaments, that kind of thing? Not Romulan, Nausicaan.
Nausicaan. Yeah. Reason and security difficulty 2.
Anti-piracy? Nausicaans?
Yeah, absolutely. Nausicaans are usually pirates.
It's not racist if it's true. Take it.
Take a threat, you said?
Yes. And you said
right.
diff 2?
Diff 2. Nausicaans usually have destructor weapons. They are... Yeah, they have disruptor arrays, disruptor cannons, and photon torpedoes, and electronic warfare systems.
Okay.
That is everything of note. Yep.
Let's open a channel to the Nausicaans. This is Lieutenant Commander Ross to the USS Svalinn. Stop your attack on that Federation vessel immediately, or you will be fired upon.
Go ahead and give me a, yeah, let's do a hail overall really quick, because they might not be listening. Communications, engineering.
Author, can I use science to intrusion to force communications on with the lead ship?
I'm gonna say no. But with that, you do get the communication through. Rust, what's your command score? Okay, roll me 6 challenge dice. We're trying to get 5 or more to cause an injury to their leader. That is an injury.
Can we add intense on that?
It's 2 momentum for intense.
Never mind. It does. I don't think it doesn't matter. You have too much start for that to matter.
Yep. I'm just gonna spend 2 threat to ignore that injury, but something else will happen once you drop in.
Thanks for reminding him about all the threat.
I don't think he's forgotten.
I have not. I have not forgotten. But with that, you drop in. Nope, wrong music. All right.
No,
Players
it's
on.
leaking gravy.
Yeah, it does have a severe plasma leak. The gravy train is unable to go to warp until a repair task has happened. You drop in here. I'm trying a new thing. I want to try the radio maps to see how it works. So, each square is one zone, works the same way.
Elsie in the name of the ship will say, well, isn't this just gravy?
Womp womp. As soon as you show up, 2 of the ship's jump out. Completely different vectors. They're just going, oh hell no.
What are the other 2 doing?
The 3.
The 2 destroyers are still engaging this ship. The cruiser is turning to attack you. You have to jump on them, and players get the first turn.
How about a scan for weakness on that cruiser, L?
Where is the cruiser on the map? Is it the big rock? No, it can't.
Yeah, it's this
kind of
guy.
hard to see.
Yeah, it's kind of dark on a black background.
Right there?
Mm-hmm.
Calder's the one with keep the initiative, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
But we could still. Well, you mean he has the? It's not keep the initiative. It's
Quick to action. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
quick
good
to
to
action. We could still do 1 keep the initiative, but it just costs 2 momentum to do.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. All right. So L. No, you're doing a scan for weakness.
Yes. Scan for weakness.
I believe that is. For some reason, I'm blanking if that's diff 2 or diff 3.
It should be diff 3 in this range.
You have it in the cheat sheets, so we can take a look.
I think it's 3 at the range we're at.
+1 for each range. Yep. So diff 3. Reason, science, and diff 3 assisted by sensor science.
Scan for weakness is a diff 1.
+1 for each range band.
Yeah, for each range, yeah.
And they are 2 zones away from you.
What the hell? Are you kidding me?
There. And that's about your size anyways, so. And down to diff 2 because of your sensors.
Check messages. It's a screenshot.
That is okay. I can pull up your sheet and roll for you.
I'm reloading. I just thought you might get a little interesting kick out of that.
Fascinating.
Isn't it? Alright, let's try this again.
We're at long range, Gian?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Reason science div 3. Alright, spend 3 momentum.
Three momentum. Aye. And managed to gain one back. You have a scan for weakness. Yes, on the lead cruiser.
Alright, and how much momentum is it to Swift test?
2 momentum swift test, 2 momentum to keep.
What else could I do? Science options, because I kind of want to do a Swift task. So, what's some other possibilities?
Combat wise, sensor scan, or you could do another scan for weakness to someone else, or if you want to pull some Star Trek sci-fi BS, let me know.
Yeah, let me do okay, spend 2 for Swift task, and let me do sensor sweep to get shield and weapons data on lead ship.
On the lead ship?
Yeah.
To what effect?
Well, okay, so sensor sweep says it's to obtain more information about the object.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have the shield data and the sensor data. What do you want to do with that in terms of this combat?
Well, I don't want to spend any more momentum, but I mean, if I could set up like an advantage, but that costs momentum.
You can also set up an advantage. It's with a div 2 roll.
Okay, so let's do a div 2 roll. Set up an advantage.
An advantage that you know they're I'll say you have an advantage of knowing their weapons and frequency.
I was actually gonna go for shield frequency.
Okay, one or the other. Shields it is. This is reason science div 2. I'm spending 2 threat to make that div 3. Div 4. Because they have an unusual weapons and signature. It's kind of hard to get a lock on.
You mean shield signature?
Yep. Yeah, they are using different in shield technology than normal.
Alright. He's making it difficult by spending threat. He does not want me to get it.
You gave him a lot to spend.
That I did. And it was, let's be honest, it was me giving him most of it.
Yep. So, that's your roll.
Already burned up 2 milestones this episode. I have 4 still, so I've got them to spend if I want. Shoot.
You want to spend a milestone? You just want to spend some momentum?
Oh hell, you know what? Let's just give you threats.
Okay.
You're spending it. Might as well just give it right back to you. So give you 3 threats.
Okay.
Or 2 dice.
Actually,
and-
you get your first ice freeze. Theory and practice would come in.
Okay.
So I'll just throw away 1 threat. So you can roll 4 dice. And that also brings the diff down by 1 and the sensors.
Which brings it to 2.
Yes, it does.
Boom.
And here you are all worried. All right. So you... do I have a shield button?
That should be 3 momentum generated.
All right. That is 3 momentum generated on top, and you have an advantage of knowing their shield frequencies. So when doing damage to their shield systems, you have an advantage that you can evoke. Elle has gone twice. Would you like to keep the initiative?
Yes. Yes.
Spending two to keep. I think I know what's coming up next.
Full squad of quantum torpedoes targeting their engines. That's what's about to happen.
You are rude.
I
That's
believe
gonna
it's
be
just a diff 3, correct?
control security diff 3.
What does his shield thing actually do for me?
You can invoke that to do 2 extra damage to the shield systems.
Can we just
make
call that a -1 diff? Because I don't think I'm gonna need more damage with a spread of quantum.
You could also invoke it if they can hit them a certain way to make it hard to regenerate shields. That could be an option.
Could I spend it that we hit their shields in a way that it drew more power and makes them have some power loss? Like we hit them in their shield converter or something and it shot, I don't know.
Yeah, I will allow that.
Technobabble. I like that. Let's do some power loss on that.
Do some power loss on that.
Yes.
And you are specifically targeting engines. Okay, cool. All right.
Not reason. Control. There we go. Oh my.
How
Wow.
about this? One power loss for every breach.
There's mechanics for power loss. We'll deal with that in a minute.
Yeah. It's an advantage, so I'm imagining it's just 2. Or 1. Doesn't matter.
So, you have
was
2 complications on the table,
balls.
and
1 was rerolled, but the other 2 are going to get rerolled with my determination.
how determined are you to do this?
Determined enough not to have 2 complications.
All right.
Never compromise, never surrender. Responsibility to the true Starfleet is its family tradition, you know.
Yeah. And never give up.
Somebody's been watching Galaxy Quest.
I was just thinking the same thing.
All right, that's at least 2. Hopefully the ship comes in clutch.
Somebody roll the.
Yeah, weapons insecurity for the ship.
Oh, sorry. Weapons security. Okay. I'll roll that. Is that clutch enough?
That is clutch enough. You manage to... Yep, you managed to hit them. Go ahead and roll me torpedo damage.
Thank you. Apparently, my dice gods think I'm playing D&D. That is not right. Oh, balls. I God, I scan for weakness on that. I screwed that roll bad. So I get 4 dice. Quantum torpedoes are normally 3 challenge dice, right? They're no, or are they 4?
The 4.
Okay, so then we get 5 dice.
4 plus security. And then, and 1 more for scan for weakness.
That'll do.
That'll do. Alright, so 2, 4,
11.
6. That's 11 base damage.
Let's put in 1 momentum for 2 resistance, which should, I don't know what the resistance is, but that should more than enough do it.
Okay, so 1 momentum minus 2 resistance.
Yes.
Alright.
Never hurts to roll the zeros over a second.
If I need to, I'll reroll them, but I'm trying to conserve us some momentum.
Alright, and this is the cruiser, so I need this a stat. So minus 3, that is 9 and damage to your shields. Not enough to pop them, but that's at least 1. And then
Not
we're
enough to
going
pop them.
Okay, so yep, so first hit is 9 and 1 breach, not enough to pop them, and then the second hit is spread, so half 11.
Actually, since it didn't pop them, I will spend 1 to reroll those 3 zeros.
Alright.
I'm not gonna be able to swift task, but oh well.
Alright, reroll the 3 zeros.
Let me think this over real quick. That's 1 straight to engine, so they're impacted. 3 would get their shields down, and it'd be a second breach, and high yield would be a 3rd breach, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I need to do this to do what I want to do. I would just, guess a bit of a thing is swift task. 2 more. 11.
Alright, so 2 more are damaged. Their shields are still up.
Dang.
Alright, so 1 breach, each for 5 more damage, 1 breach for or high yield, and then we're doing spread, which is half applied again. So half of 9, that's so another breach. That also takes down ion shields.
So
spread
breach.
And then high yield 5. Yeah, and this is an NPC ship.
Oh, it is? That was unexpected.
Yeah, these guys, I just don't have names or anything, so yeah, they have nothing special going with them. You just decimated that one ship.
That is unexpected. I thought that one specifically would have been a PC. Okay.
Nope, not yet.
That was overkill. Okay.
That was way overkill.
Oops.
I'll take it though. That was all right, and we're not.
Or is it heading for like a warp core breach?
It is fully.
It's an NPC ship, so it's just destroyed. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure, or it just us pops. I don't think it's anything special. Let me check. Cruiser NPC breaches.
5 is destroyed for skill 4, so they're gone.
Yep, and they just explode out into shrapnel, but not enough to do any damage. It is now bad guy's turn. Yeah, that
we made an entrance, guys.
You totally made an entrance, and that was lovely.
I'm gonna take rep hit for that. Damn it. Great. Sometimes being a security officer is fun.
Sometimes. Oh boy.
Did you have to blow him up so hard?
Commander, I underestimated their structural integrity.
Did I do that?
I'll do it again.
You gotta do it in the Urkel voice, though.
I'm not gonna even try to that.
Oh boy, guys. You were trying to attack the ship to get some loot, and then Starfleet showed up and blew the heck out of our largest ship. What you gonna do?
In one shot, too.
Yeah, just opened up and unloaded.
Exo, how about we tell them to stand down or be destroyed?
It's their turn, so. Oofda.
Did I hear a fear check or no?
Surely they know we'll go after them.
I'm just wondering if after that display they'll surrender.
No. Oh, they're not gonna surrender. They have things going on that will make them surrender. So
they're stupid ones. Got it.
They're stupid ones.
Now I know they're NPCs, so I won't just straight up destroy the other two. I was sitting here strategically planning, like, this is a PC ship, so I'm gonna target their engines and I'm gonna disable them.
I mean, you didn't ask, and I didn't, but I didn't exactly telegraph that these were ships.
Well,
so
you never know it's a PC ship. I just made an educated guess because it was bigger.
Yep, you did.
Which my educated guess was poor.
All right, I'm spending some threat to get some extra dice, as blue is, Yep. They are gonna try firing on the gravy train.
What's the gravy train shields looking like?
God!
They are stupid ones.
They are stupid ones. As in their panic, they're like, come on, finish the job. And the shot goes completely wide.
Sorry, they're foolish ones.
They're foolish.
Yes.
Second first, just like the first.
Hopefully, just like it, yeah.
Try again.
You spinning threat like an old lady at a slot machine.
All right.
Jackpot.
This is disruptors at close range, and so 2, so I get 2 back. And disruptor cannons.
It's a skill 5 ship though, so that's good.
I'm rerolling.
So 4 damage.
Does
the gravy chain show if it shields up? Are they down?
I will check.
Dang, just enough.
That is a breach. Actually, go ahead and roll me a challenge dice. If it comes up with a chevron, their shield pop. Because I didn't plan ahead this far.
Who wants to roll that challenge dice?
Go for it.
Key. Not a chevron. That's a chevron.
That's a chevron. And the gravity train shields drop, and they suffer 2 more breaches. They are looking in really rough shape.
So that's a total of 2 or more?
More, because they already had a breach prior that affected their engines.
Mr. Meltdown, see if you can maneuver this volume between us and the Noskins, the gravity train and the Noskins.
Good call.
It is player's turn. In order to maneuver that, so Let's have a little fun with this. So you want to move 4 zones? So 1, 2, 3 zones.
Can we just do a Picard maneuver while we're at it?
Nope. Normally the diff 0. I'm gonna say that the Noskin vessels are really close, so that brings up diff 2. Because as you're kind of threading the needle here.
Buying a third dice with momentum.
And also 2 power to move the extra zones.
I'm just gonna squash that. Squish.
And ship pulls through with an extra 1. As on the captain's orders, you slam the throttle forward and manage to. Yeah, you move there and you move there. Manage to intercede yourself between the 2 ships. For 2 momentum, I will allow you to invoke cover on the gravy train, so make it more difficult to hit them.
Yes, please.
Yes.
All right, as you move into a defensive position and intercede between the gravy train and the Noskin pirates.
Weapon, I'd like some left alive to interrogate. We might find out what happened to the battle barge.
Yep. And you can't keep, so this guy gets to go. What you gonna do, fool? What do you want to do? I want to shoot the Svalinn. Okay. Good luck with that, buddy. You're gonna fire upon a Starfleet vessel.
It just destroyed your buddy.
They are
not good for them.
Nausicaans. They are known for their calmness.
Or their intelligence.
No, they're not. All right, so gain 2 momentum, but I have a complication on that. Extra power drain, which they don't have a lot anyways.
What happens if they run out of power?
They can't regen shields, so they can't fire energy weapons.
You become a sitting brick.
With
shields.
With shields. Alright, so that at least hit. Nope. We're not playing this game. Nope, we're re-rolling. Alright, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 base damage.
Yeah, that'll do it.
12 base damage minus 4, that is 8 damage to shields. And
Being scaled first.
And that managed to ding your sensors.
Ellen will be like, hey, don't mess with my sensors.
I'm spending 2 to keep, and I'm gonna green is going to just maneuver. Actually, that's a full impulse spin. full impulse I'll spend to maneuver to the other side. And that is their turn. So we have Bog and Rust are left. And at this point, Rust, since you are the CEO of this mission, you do have one direct available as your command power.
How's that?
Since you're the commanding officer or in this situation, and you have the command officer's seat power of having one direct permission or per scene. So you can direct someone to do something and you can assist them with presence command.
Okay, let's see here.
Best option is probably a direct ash fire.
You target 2 ships simultaneously, or is it one ship per?
We could
You
have if
can.
they didn't move.
Yep. Why do you think he moved? Yeah, if they are within medium range of each other, you can and have the phasers do an area, but they're too far apart at this point.
Okay. Ash targets blue, and see if we can do to disable his engines and weapons. Try not to atomize him.
I will try. I hope this one's built better.
I mean, they're pirates, so unfortunately,
You guys, these are the smaller ships.
yep.
We'll just do phaser on this guy.
is phaser ray, spread, or just single shot.
Yes, spread because phasers don't have high yield.
Okay. Due to your position in the plasma wake from the gravy train is interfering with your our targeting system, so increased difficulty. Diff 3.
Can I proc my careful shot trait? Would that help at all?
Yes, that would. That would bring it back down to diff 2.
Take your threat.
And weapons and security from the ship.
Man, I am not on combat today. I forgot to put power in it as well.
Gain 2 momentum and from the ship and fire.
Oh, didn't need it. Oof.
Oof. Oh.
Yeah, that thing's just yeah.
Yeah, that is way past their shield, so that's at least 2 breaches. On a scale of 3, I believe they're adrift.
That's 1 from the 5 damage, that's 1 for shields, and the 3rd from spread, so they're disabled.
Yep, they are disabled. They are adrift. Used to go bye-bye. Use this bloody. You do have 2 momentum. You do have 2 momentum.
I can't swift test because that was a direct.
Yeah. You could swift task. You could keep, or
We can't keep right now.
Could. There's no.
We already kept once.
no. Oh, I already went.
Versatile and two actual momentum. I don't think there's much we can do here.
Does the gravy train still have maneuvering power?
barely. It can maneuver. It can impulse. It cannot go to warp.
I'd like to ask them and see if they can try and maneuver behind us.
Oh, cool. I will allow that. Presence command. You're friendly. Your Starfleet. They're on our side. So, yeah, it's like a diff 1, if that. Yeah, diff 1.
Nicely done.
And communications command from the ship. Because that is a thing they do. Okay.
Helpful.
An attempt was made. At that, they very frantically reply, yes, we'll try to maneuver. And they are going to spend what little power they have and do a full impulse burn over here. They just kind of like rolled over top of you to get there.
That works. Gets them out of the line of fire anyway.
Yep, and that was spending 2 to keep. And with that, you have 1 move left, little guy. They're far away. And you moved. That was rude. And I don't have a lot of power left. You know what? I'm dumb. I'm gonna fire torpedoes at you. I'm dumb. I'm angry. I don't want you to get away with this. And if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go down fighting. Diff 3, Diff 4. Good luck, buddy. Whoosh.
No cigar.
Yep. As the torpedo flies right over your head. It is now player's turn.
Can we knock out their shields and without causing any more damage to their ship?
I certainly hope so.
I mean, yeah, you can shoot phasers and knock their shields down, but it'll cause breaches throughout the ship.
Do you want me to board them? Can I please board them?
Yeah, I want to board them.
Boarding actions are bad, and you should feel bad.
No, boarding actions are great, and you should always have fun on them.
Especially when the GM's improvising anyways, because I don't think this was part of the
Oh.
planned mission for the day.
Spending 2 threats,
The
something
gravy train?
happens.
Nonsense.
Mr. Throg, I'd like them disabled, but not destroyed, please. Please.
I will endeavor to do my best, Commander.
Calder never says please.
Ooh, there goes your demotion. I will shooty phaser.
At the gravy train, right?
Of course.
No, not
yes.
the gravy train.
No. At Nausicaan Raider Green.
All right. Kind of a long shot, so diff 3.
Okay.
If they blow up, you'll be scraping space barnacles for a month.
What do you know? He's out of threat now. All that threat.
Take your threat. You get 1 back.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Yeah, okay. Wait, I need to just start playing D&D today.
Diff 3 and the ship. Weapon security.
Oops, that's wrong. weapons.
Ooh.
that's
You
right.
you
That was right, wasn't it?
Yep. Do
You got a compensation for him, though.
do you have anything to reroll the ship?
Nope.
Cool. Dibs. I'm taking a threat. But fire phasers.
That'll do.
Pop pop. Fizz fizz. What a relief it is.
So 3, that's disabled.
Yep, that is disabled. Yep, so you have 2 disabled vessels. And a gravy train.
Nausicaan Cruiser number 2 has been disabled, Commander.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's bring in under tractor beam.
Which one?
Both.
Blue and green are disabled.
We'll just like collect them.
And we are still in combat terms for...
Oh. That's not nice. That's not nice.
Top of the round and turns reset. What is your next action?
I suggest somebody checks the gravy train for borders.
Oh, good point.
Because their shields were down.
Right. Gravy chain, what's your status? Do you have any Nausicaans on board?
Give me a presence command and difficulty E1 assisted by ship's communications command. And this is going to be your turn, Ross.
Okay. What was for the ship?
Communications command. Oh, 2 momentum. There was no response.
Crap. All right. Elle, can you use sensors to see if there's any Nausicaans on board?
I will reply. Well, their sensors are being a little hazy right now, but I don't see why not. They usually don't. fail
Minor.
me.
Yeah, minor action into flip on the secondaries. That's all you need.
Minor action done.
2. So you're keeping? You're keeping initiative?
Unless that was a direct.
Yes.
Is it direct? Okay.
Yes.
You already use your or direct the scene.
Oh,
It's once per scene. Yep. But I mean, you can communicate with each other. To scan the enemy ship, at least, or scan the other ship, at least you're within close range. Reason science, scanning enter the ship and yeah, diff 2. Brought down diff 1, brought down diff 0. Why do we even bother?
And diff 0 with 3 dice.
And the ship.
Yeah. You know what? I'll just take the 4 momentum without even the ship.
Alright.
I'll just take the 4 momentum.
Alright, on sensors, you see a 40 E Federation life signs and 30 Nausicaan life signs.
Wolf.
They got company.
And that is you've gone, you've kept. It is now my turn. Yeah, warp engines are gone, so what is the security of this ship? 3? Yeah, we'll just do this. Not fair.
Whoa.
Not fair. Nope. Nope. Spending a reroll. Okay, and that is my turn. It is now player's turn.
Commander, for security purposes, I suggest we lock on a tractor beam.
Lock a tractor beam on the gravy train.
That would be... actually, in order to get there, you have to maneuver, or tractor beam only works in close.
On the gravy train, it's only one zone away.
Yeah, that's medium. In order to get close, you have to be in the same zone.
Oh, okay.
So you are out of range for tractor beam.
Mr. Shithrak,
Can we
put together a boarding party, and we're going to beam you to the bridge of the gravy train.
Shithrak?
Oh, sorry, what?
Put together a boarding party so we can beam you to the bridge of the gravy train, so they don't take the bridge.
Easy. I'll grab my away team, my security team.
Yep. You grab your security team and leave the bridge. You can get to the transporter room and their bridge at the top of next round.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a Type 3.
1 escalation, 2 threat, because you're trying to do this fast.
Yep.
All right,
I
2
just pulled it out
momentum.
from under my console.
That's not regulation.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
I'll go
Alright.
with the Type 2.
Are you going as well?
Yeah, I'll go.
Russ, would you allow L to leave the bridge?
Yeah, I don't know if it's good for the science officer to leave at the moment. You mind staying here?
Sure.
Okay. That is... Okay, so that is Shithrak's turn. Would you like to swift or keep?
I wouldn't be allowed to run, right? To get there, but like not have a turn. Does that make sense?
Actually, I think there is a means of doing that, isn't it?
I know run is an action, but I don't know if I can do that because of transporter. I know it'll take my turn though,
Fitness.
so I'll be on the ship without one.
Yeah,
but that's worth it.
Okay, fitness, security, difficulty, A2 to see if you can run through the a ship to get the transporter room. If you succeed, you can be on the pad at the end of your turn now and be waiting for transport.
Okay.
That makes sense to me.
I don't think I have a focus for this. I got rid of my athletics. Don't remember why.
You don't have a reroll. Oh, unfortunately.
Nope.
Yep. So
just
top of the
wait till
round. Yep. Yep. It's gonna take you a full round and to get there. And why is this list so short? All right. So Ross is gone. Shithrak's gone, and
Question.
yes.
If he was at the security console, could he do it site to site?
He could ask for site to site, but he wouldn't have time to grab his rifle and stuff, and it would also really increase the difficulty of the transport roll. But don't worry. So this round, Astro is on, and did you? Okay, yeah. So you have the opportunity to keep. Would you like to keep or Swift?
I'm good.
Going once, going twice.
Who are you talking to?
You guys, did you want to keep or... Yeah, do you want to keep the initiative and have someone else take a turn?
El, can you try and get a location on those Nausicaans? Once we get the boarding team over there, I want to start beaming some over to like the brig or something like that. We'll take them out of the fight that way too.
Oh, yeah, can do that.
All right. Reason science difficulty E3 because of range and the specificity of the scan. You're trying to get a target lock. And comp 2 because you're trying to differentiate life signs at this range.
Okay. Brought down one by theory and practice. I mean, testing it. Yeah, theory and practice. Brought down by one by sensor suite. Add one die.
Yep. That is 3 momentum generated. So you now have the advantage of being able to notice where, you have a sensor lock of where all the people are. Or in theory, you could beam out the Nausicaans to the brig. For 2 momentum, you can quickly communicate that information to Shothrok, so he knows where the bad guys are.
Yes, that was my next thought.
Well, actually, can I swift task?
Yes.
I'll just shift over to the tactical console and just start beaming them out.
Transporters. You're slightly out of range for transporters.
How are we out of range?
Transporters only work close range.
I thought we were going to be using the transporters anyways.
Mm-hmm. You're getting ready, A2, but you haven't gotten in range yet.
You said it was the tractor beam that we had to be at close range for.
It's tractor beam and transporters.
So we have to move in closer, and then we can transport.
Yep. But Maldon can do that really easy.
Yep.
All right, give me the momentum back.
All right. If you're gonna keep, that'd be 2 momentum to have Maldon go right now.
Okay.
All right. It's actually a like a diff one roll, or you could just spend the power or and maneuver over, or if you can roll it to gain momentum.
Exactly. I'll go ahead and just take 1 momentum for 1 dice, and then call that even.
1 momentum, 1 dice. Go ahead. Three momentum generated. All right. Lose 1 power very easily. Able to get within transporter range of the ship. Of note, your shields are still up, but anyone can spend a minor action to drop shields. But your shields can't come up until the next round. In the meantime, I have some dice to roll for things and stuff. I'm happy with that. So 6, 3, 7. All right. It is now player's turn.
Okay. We'll drop shields. We'll beam the security party aboard as planned.
All right. To transport or over, you are not. Someone's gonna have to. Is someone from the transporter room going to beam them over, or are you gonna override from the bridge?
Steps over for the transporter.
Yeah, we'll just let the transporter officer do that.
Okay. So in the transporter room, you're on a pad, but you're beaming into not a pad. So diff 2, because sensors. All right, with all the buffs and stuff, it's control engineering diff 1, and you're activating crew support.
Yes.
I'm assuming left.
Yeah, I'll use left.
Okay.
I can't do anything on roll 20 because my computer just blue screened.
Oh no.
BSOD. Oh.
All right.
Control engineering.
Yep.
He's got a focus in transporters.
That would definitely apply for some reason.
That should do it.
That should do it. Managed to beam them over, and you have 2 float. And choose exit and. What would you like to do with your 2 float?
Can we start beaming Nausicaans off to the brig with them?
Yeah, for 2 momentum, I'll allow you to start beaming them off. Go ahead and what is the? All right, so 2. All right, so you have an engineering score of 2 on the starship. Go ahead and roll me 4 challenge dice. All right, each. right, so you got 12 of them off. And it is now the top of the round. I get one more turn to roll my dice for mysterious reasons.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oof.
Mr. Baldone, make sure you stay clear of that plume.
Aye, sir.
And then that is... Okay. Top the round, they are gonna go. And yep, player started last round, so bad guys go this round. You beam in, and they are quite unhappy to see you.
One of them should come try to do something about it. Preferably punch me. Or stab me. That would be fun. I haven't stabbed someone in a while.
You haven't stabbed someone in a while. Alright, now I have to get my ground NPCs.
Kinda jittery for the stab.
Yep, so just these guys. You beam in, and they are not happy, and one of them just lunges at you and tries to stab. Opposed daring security.
Yes! Taking a threat.
Alright.
We got the dog off the chain.
I will spin that back. Look, buddy. Nope. That is three momentum generated.
Oh, ooh, did I just kill him?
He dead, son.
I'm gonna take so much rep this hit. Okay, this is fine.
Yeah, he charges at you, knife wide, you duck dive, I swing that Ushan on up right in the rib cage, and he goes down like wet sack of potatoes.
Are there other people around? Are there other Rastakans around?
Yeah, there's lots of Nausicaans around. There's like 5 in the room.
I'll just stare at the nearest one and just be like, you fucked up.
Alright, you do have 3 foot. Would you like to swift?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was his turn, right?
Oh, yeah, that was his turn.
I'll make an advantage that they think they should try again.
You taunt one of them to try again?
Yes.
Okay. And then...
You know, Ricky, the guy who I just killed, isn't very good at it. This one's much better. At least they think so.
1 momentum left over. Second poof.
I can't think of anything to do with it, so yeah.
Alright. It is now your turn. Would you like one of them to try you again?
Oh, that ended their turn?
Yeah. So it's your turn.
Where am I on the ship right now? Am I on the bridge?
Yep, you're on the bridge.
Okay, there's 5 in here.
There's five in here and five civilians.
Okay. Is there an area where I can get several in a area hit? Without hitting any of the civilians, because I don't trust myself on rolling damage dice.
Not really. It's a really small. Fine. I'm gonna have to do this. It's a really small bridge. You can't get a clean area shot. You can get a dirty area shot and try to hit the Nausicaans and not hit the civilians.
Well, compromise. Stab. Swift test. Stab.
Okay, this can go well.
Oh, hold on. There's a thing for this. Thanks, Prax. Hold on. There's a thing. Extra target. I can do extra target.
Yes.
I forgot that was a thing. I'll go to stab one with extra target.
Okay.
You shot
okay.
one.
This is
You're
bad.
gonna get a threat.
I'm gonna spend it back.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nope. That's a big nope.
I'll use those 2 momentum to float from that to extra target another one.
Okay.
Like
Oh yeah, it's two
next
momentum.
to him. Yeah.
Yep.
It's 2 momentum to hit another person for half. I think. Let me find it. Build my combat.
I think so.
sheet.
Yeah, I haven't seen extra target before.
I got you. It's as soon as my PDF pops up. Got you. Got it. Combat. Secondary target.
I have a talent, and I can reroll any number of dice from the attack if I spent threat on it. Good luck, buddy. Not enough.
A secondary target within reach of the attack's target is also affected by the attack. Is half damage running down.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. Do these guys have armor? I don't think they have armor. Nope. So 2,
4, 6, 8, 9. 1 momentum for reroll and 2, or
Okay.
the other one won't go down.
Alright.
No, he does.
Yep. /1 thud / another 1 thud.
Swift task.
God damn it.
And then hopefully the last one is the advantage I made that said that he thinks he should try again. That's my goal here.
Yep.
Take your threat.
I'm gonna spend it back. You're a mook. This is not going well.
You gonna reroll that?
This guy does not have that talent.
Okay. I didn't even need a type 3. What the heck?
All right.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Another reroll to take the second guy down. Which I'm putting secondary target on.
Yep.
That'll do it.
And Cathud.
I look at the last one left and do like the little beckon towards me.
He actually does the opposite thing and starts running down the hall.
That's smart.
Wait, a Nausicaan goes running down the hall? Really?
Yep. Because he has other things to do.
Yeah, but does he even know his way around this ship?
Yeah, roughly. Spending to reroll. Rerolling 4.
No, I really don't think he knows his way around this ship. He just boarded it himself.
Alright, so that is...
Shouldn't I have 1 momentum left from that last roll?
I thought you spent it to reroll. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, my math was off.
Yeah, because it was 2 to secondary target and 1 for reroll, so I should... No, you're right.
Alright.
Can we see if there's any Nausicaans in sensitive areas like engineering or something like that?
Yeah, there's some in engineering.
We'll beam those guys out next.
Okay. Yep, that was my turn.
I salute the civilians on the bridge. Like a playful salute.
Playful salute and then run off.
Yep.
On the bridge edge there are 2 if serious injuries and 1 guy possibly bleeding out on the ground. You didn't have time to look. There's a lot of blood.
It's not an action or anything for me to like use a comm, is it? Like my.
Nope. Comms are free.
I'll just tap it and say, Svalinn. We have injured on the bridge of the gravy train. The area is secure. Moving on to other secondary areas.
Dr. Bog, would you take a medical party over to the bridge of the gravy train?
GM, I'm just gonna leave my security team there.
All right, I'm going to. We're gonna break form a little bit. Turns don't matter, but I'm not gonna penalize you for doing like. Yeah, we're not gonna keep turn order, but the more actions you do, time will matter.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dr. Bog, you can totally take a medical team and rush over to the transporter room. And would you bring extra supplies or extra personnel?
Doesn't that bring a little of both?
You certainly can.
Okay. I'll be fully loaded with emergency kits, and I'll bring as many staff as I can take over in one shot.
You transporters can and fit 6 people on it, so you can bring a medical staff of 5.
All right, works for me.
All right, and to beam them. All right, so you grab your staff, grab your gear, rush to the transporter room. Left needs to do difficulty 1 control engineering and task. Yes. Control. Yeah. And the ship.
What is the ship
Sensor engineering.
Sensor engineering. Okay. Did somebody already roll it, or is...
Not yet. All right, so you got 1 momentum off. After that, you have 2. Would you like to quash?
Yes. Let's see.
All right, as you transport or onto the bridge of the gravy train, there are 2 injured people there, and then 1 guy who is on the floor or unconscious. More things are happening.
Is that excluding the Nausicaans?
Nausicaans are just down. And unless you want to render aid to them.
Me?
Yeah, I didn't include the Nausicaans in that body count.
Are there injured Nausicaans or dead Nausicaans?
That's a very good question.
Actually, you didn't lethally kill any of them, so they're all injured, but non-lethally.
Now I would be caring for them as well.
Okay.
With caution, I mean.
There's a security team with you.
Yeah,
I left them in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oof. Let me.
Be dealing with the Starfleet or our civilians first, and then I would render aid to the Nausicaans as well.
I think they're just about done with all this.
You said forebodingly.
Mm-hmm. That is their turn. Dr. Bog, I'm assuming you would like to start rendering first aid.
Yes.
I'm just gonna lump all this together. Reason, medicine, phase 2, kind of a lot of people, and complication in range 2, just in case one of those Nausicaans ends get a silly idea.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna use a value, the drive to heal and save lives.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. All right. Field medic work here. When attempting a medical task, you may ignore any increase in difficulty for working without the proper tools or equipment.
You have the proper tools and equipment. The difficulty is just because you're trying to triage and treat several people at once and organize your team.
Okay. All right, so I'll go ahead and give you a threat for gold, and we'll leave it at that because I've already got 2 hits. What do I have to do to overcome the complication? So I just put 2 on that.
Yeah, I just put a two in complication.
I'll re-roll one of those.
Curses. That is
2, 4, 5.
5 on diff 3, so you gain 2 momentum. One of the guy, the human who is on the ground was definitely bleeding out from a stab wound in the chest, but you managed to stabilize him just enough to tag him for transport and get him onto the Svalinn for immediate surgery. Everyone else you stabilize them, patch them up, anesthetics. The security team handles the Nausicaans. Meanwhile, Shathrak, as you're running through the ship, if you and your team lock and loaded and run down the corridors, there's an injured civilian, that's a dead civilian, there's a dead. Just
my team is with Bog. I'm by myself.
Oh, you're by yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you're running through, you see injured, dead, injured, just scattered throughout the ship.
For simplicity's sake, I'll just have like an open comm to the Svalinn, and I'm just like corridor, enter corridor number here, down,
Yep, absolutely.
Because I'm not going to be any help to them.
Yeah, you're just calling out injured and dead.
Yeah, the best help I can be is getting rid of the people who's killing them.
Okay. Let's summarize this up really quickly. You got most of the you got some of the Nausicaan crew off. Let's do a combination. Shathrak, you're gonna do a insight security, and the Svalinn is going to help with sensors engineering. In between the two of you, you are going to clear out the rest of the ship. And I'm going to set the difficulty at a certain range. Three, and they are definitely going to be fighting back.
Can I argue for daring because of how I'm clearing out the ship?
I will allow that. Yeah, especially if you're rushing through, but I'm gonna bump up the difficulty since you're not being careful. Oh, they're gonna have more opportunities to stab you.
Fair enough. If this was D&D, I would be the rogue, bonus action dashing after I've sneak attacked. And
oh yeah. You're just running through, chainsawing these guys.
Yeah.
They want payback.
I love the Ushan Tour.
The Ushan Tour is such a powerful.
I love it.
All right, daring security difficulty 3, fairly low difficulty because you know what you're doing, and it's a fairly standard configuration. complication 4, just because you are slightly outnumbered and these guys might get the jump on you. And the sense of engineering aim will reflect the Svalinn, helping and call out targets to you. It'll give you fair warning and also beaming Agnostians out.
Okay. Take your 1 threat, and I'll take 2 moment.
1 threat, 2 momentum. Got it.
I will proc my Starcross because sounds like a good time.
Oh, and what? Do you have a focus?
Anti-piracy, hand-to-hand, tactical systems, small arms.
Anti-piracy or hand-to-hand?
Yeah.
More anti-piracy.
Yeah. And the comp range is 4. Shooting, so not trade it. Bold to reroll that 1 comp. Non-comp.
All right, and the ship.
Does the advanced sensor suite help with that?
The advanced sensor suite was accounted for in that difficulty.
Okay.
I feel bad for Bog. He's gonna have to deal with a lot of.
Oh, Bog. This is gonna be so bad. But anyways. I said stiff 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lots of momentum. That is good. All right, and running through the a ship, you manage to bag tag and eviscerate the rest of the Noskins, and finally by the end, you get a small squad of 6 who, realizing their situation, just flat out surrender. Like, nope.
He is both glad they surrendered, but also, dang.
And at this point, Shazak, running through the ship and doing all that combat, you are dead exhausted at this point.
That makes sense.
Yep, you have the trait exhausted, and yeah, basically all rolls have increased difficulty until you can fix that. But the ship is secure, and now comes the really fun part. As alluded to, as you're running through the ship, you found lots and lots of injured people. All but 10 of the civilians have some sort of injury on them, or have engaged the Noskians. Don't want camera combat. I want. No, that's not the right song I want. There's a specific song I'm looking for.
I think I'll let Zogor handle the cleanup, and I'll go take a nap.
Yep, you have to take a nap. Slowly picking through the ships. You have about 20 Noskin in prisoners. Killed, either, including the injured Noskins. Of the civilians, I have to do the math because that was 19. Oof. That is a big oof. Out of the civilians, we have 19 in injuries, 13 in dead, and 8 untouched. Which means, Dr. Bog, we get to do meatball surgery.
Okay.
We don't have an EMH either to help him.
He has a medical staff.
That's true.
That sounds loop. Bad song.
I would offer to assist, but I'm still recovering from blue screen of death.
All right, so this is gonna be a small extended task this time. Control med. Let's do Mag 3. Diff 3. All right, so we have a control medicine and magnitude 3, difficulty 3, work track, act 15, resistance 1.
Okay, control medicine. I'm on the ship now, right?
Yep, you can do this on your ship, and I'm going to say you have 6 intervals to get this done before or people start flatlining on you.
Okay.
So push to the clock.
Expertise for sure.
Yep.
Kick in. Give you a threat for bold.
Okay. And the ship can assist with computers med as they help you out.
Okay. I'm going to use my Starfleet Surgeon's decoration to reduce the difficulty by 1.
Okay, starting diff is 2.
All right, let's see what we get there. And then, see, the ship helps, or is it staff?
The ship helps with computers engineering.
Computers engineering or computers medicine?
Medicine.
Nice. It's helping me triage.
Yes. You have diff 2, so that's 6. So you have 4. So we have 3 float out on that. Go ahead and roll your challenge dice. That is 7 challenge dice. Nice for you.
Nice.
All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. -1, so that's at least 1 breakthrough.
Okay, and I've got 3 float, you said?
Yes. Let me...
And can I use that to reduce the resistance or something? How does that work? What's the best way to use that?
You have a resistance 1, so you can spend 1 to knock it all out.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, these are fairly simple injuries.
And then what can I do with the other 2?
One thing you want to do is every time you roll, it's 2 intervals. If you spend 2 momentum, you can. If you spend 2 momentum, you can cut that in half. So only spend 1 interval.
All right, I'll do that.
All right. Your difficulty is now down to 2. Control medicine.
Okay. Let's see here. Of course, technical expertise. Since I've already used a value, I can't use another one, correct?
Unless you can and pull a normal milestone and recall and recall a previous episode where you've done something like this, which it's your job. You do this a lot.
I do mass casualty a lot, don't
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, you've done this a lot. If you want to burn a normal milestone, you can get another point of determination.
That's all right. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, that'd be 1. I'm gonna try this Starfleet citation for conspicuous gallantry. Once per mission, when the character pays for an immediate momentum spend of any kind by adding to threat, they may roll the challenge dice. Anyway, for every one that effect I roll, you don't get to add that threat.
Okay. How many are you adding?
I'm gonna do 3, which should give me 4 dice, and activate bold also.
Yes, it will. And go ahead and roll 3 challenge dice. See how many of that I keep.
Ooh, only 1.
Very nice. All right, so you get to roll forward.
That's never worked out. Oh, snap!
You are, yeah. Not today, Satan. You're pulling people back from the brink of death.
And then the ship is a wah, but it actually can re-roll. Ooh, do I want to re-roll it? I think I'm gonna let that stand.
All right.
That's that good roll at the top. I don't want to botch it with a complication.
Yeah, 4 float at the moment, and go ahead and roll 7 challenge dice. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 4 work at this moment. You can spend 1 to reroll, or spend 1 and to knock out the resistance.
Well, I've got what, 4?
Yeah, 4 float.
So I'll spend 1 to reroll.
Okay.
And that's just 2.
Yeah, as many as you want.
Okay. There we go.
All right, so that is 7 on the board. So we have plus 6 work. So that's 1 breakthrough. And you're at 14 on 15. So if you just throw 1 more arm momentum at work, you can and get a second breakthrough for breaking the track, and you can finish this up now.
I'll do it.
And if you, and if you want, you can spend 2 to cut the interval in half, but there's no need, as 3 grueling hours of actually, no, it's like 6 hours. 6 hours of grueling surgery, a running through patients, assembly line style. You managed to patch everyone up.
Okay.
And you managed to get through the entire group. These were just simple stab wounds, nothing too messy, and you were able to treat everyone well. You do have two extra float.
Just create an advantage that my staff is well versed in handling large groups of trauma.
Advantage on handling large, the large groups of trauma. Several hours later, Shithak, you managed to get at least a nap in. Everyone regroups in the ready room.
That's still a little bit of flavor in here. I was taking my nap in the ready room so I could run to the bridge quickly. Just like lean back in a chair.
Yep. You lean back in a chair, and everyone walks in. Just got some final reports to do. I'm missing someone. Elle and Ross.
I'm worried.
All right. You definitely have. Everyone looks tired. Dr. Bog, you're especially worn thin.
Well done, everybody.
We have the question of what to do with the Nausicaans. Captain is still on his away mission on Certania. And there was also the other ship that you were going to investigate. The battle barge.
I'd like to see if we can get the computer info off the other two Nausicaan ships to see if they were involved with the battle barge in its disappearance.
Yeah, you can for 2 momentum, you can have teams pulling the computer cores during this time.
Okay.
Rather than go through that thing. From the 2 ships you found, the battle barge was the original ship that the Ecliptic tagged as adrift in space, and they suspected battle damage, and they tagged it for you to investigate as possible pirate activity. Yep. The battle barge is actually not too far away from you. It's like 3 hours. It was 3 hours away at warp from your current position, and the navigation logs show that the 2 Nausicaan vessels were in the vicinity of the battle barge. They were not at red alert, and then they got communication saying, drop the ship, we have another target, and they warped towards the gravy train and began attacking it.
So it still exists, it's just a little ways away.
Actually, L, if you want, you can do a long range sensor scan and for the battle barge.
Somebody else is going to have to do it. I'm still not quite back.
Okay. Yeah, this is narrative text, so let's give this to you. Long range sensors, you look after the battle's done, and you sweep the sector, look again. The battle barge is no longer there.
Well, that's interesting.
Any additional information for momentum?
Have these Nausicaans been involved in any other attacks that are unsolved or mysterious, that missing ships that we don't know the whereabouts of?
I'll take that for a momentum. It appears that these particular ships have been involved in several attacks upon civilian vessels over the past month.
Night, Bug.
Night, everybody. Sorry, I got to roll.
All right, take it easy.
Yep.
All right, so we got to figure out what happened to the battle barge. We need to get the gravy train back up and rolling, and deal with our Nausicaan prisoners.
How large was the battle barge? What kind of ship are we talking? Civilian, I'm assuming.
A civilian, it was scale 3.
Oh, okay. I only ask because, the bigger something you tow and warp, the more obvious the trail it leaves.
Hopefully the gravy train's not going to be too salty about us boarding their ship.
If they
Might
are,
save
they
their
can
asses.
You
suck
saved
it
their
up.
asses, so yeah.
They can file a report. They could file a complaint with my supervisor. Here's the trash can.
Ooh.
I mean, deposit box.
I'll send him a bill for my security officer's troubles.
All right. Yeah, you can just spend some downtime. You have engineering teams go over or fix up the gravy train, and after some time, the crew and civilians are rested up enough to board the gravy train again.
How far away are we from the location of the battle barge?
3 light hours. 3 hours away at warp.
Can we launch a Class 9 probe there? See if we can find a warp trail? Warp capable, and I think that's Type 9.
Yep, they're warp capable. 2 momentum, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that.
Wait, it shouldn't cost momentum. There's a roll for that.
Yeah, but I think we're wrapping up, so I'm fine with
Yeah,
Type
we're
9.
wrapping. Yeah, we're wrapping up. I'll just take 1 momentum. You get out there, and there are indeed the warp trails of 2 Nausicaan and ships, and the vector is heading straight towards a star.
Did they dump the ship into the star?
Yep.
So it's already gone into the star at this point.
That's safe to assume. It's probably destroyed at this point.
Weird. The ecliptic must have missed some evidence.
Or they did it after the ecliptic left.
They did after the ecliptic left. The warp
I
trails
just
are.
mean they had to have a reason to dump it. They must have missed something that we don't know.
No evidence.
The ecliptic it didn't investigate it. They did it a cursory scan. Nope, they did a cursory scan at long range and concluded that this is obviously a battle site. They might have some preliminary information, but they flagged it for you guys to investigate because you're specialized for this.
Let's hope the ecliptic didn't see life signs and ignored them.
They didn't see life signs. If they did see life signs, they would have stopped it and helped.
Okay, there. That's.
But the fact that they did not see life signs, and they did not see any power sources, they did a cursory scan at long range. Obvious is battle damage. They're like, okay, this is a combat zone. We want to send our specialist team in there, and it's not urgent. So we're not gonna stop and investigate this. We're gonna flag this for the Svalinn to pick up.
And we can't figure out where those Romulan. Why do I keep saying Romulan? Sorry. Where those Nausicaan ships went after they dropped off the thing in the star?
Not at this point, no. Oh, the warp trails. Yeah, too long, and the warp trails just trail off into the star. Well, towards the star.
The Nausicaan ships that we have right now, did they have navigation records that show where they came from, like where their base is, that kind of thing?
That's good.
For 1 momentum, you can pull that information off and get their flight records for the past several months. But next episode, you're gonna have to do some deep down analysis to figure out where the possible base locations are.
Okay.
Well, that's all I got then. I'll apologize to the doctor about giving him so much work.
Yeah, it sounds like the Nausicaans had their share in it too.
And you have some prisoners on board, so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. But they're Nausicaan, so they're like, okay, I'm in jail again. Great.
So see, this is like the 70th time we've had prisoners. We just need to make that prison colony. God. Shipping them off.
React to us having a bunch of Nausicaan prisoners on board.
Yay, again.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else we need to wrap up? Yeah, the gravy train is fixed and repaired, and they're going to make their way straight to the Silk Road and get back to Starbase 2027.
I think that's pretty much it. Guess we'll
I've got nothing.
resume our course to the planet where the captain is.
Very well. Elder Maldon?
I got nothing. I'm good.
I'm good.
And with that, at very slightly confused and worried about this is interesting a pirate threat that seems to have sprung up, and the mysterious actions of the Nausicaan and crew with disposing of ships and running away. With that,
So we are going to take those 2 Nausicaan ships under tow with us.
okay, that can totally happen. With that, you make your way to Certania to pick up the captain.
And we brought gifts for the Certanians, 2 slightly used ships.
And you brought gifts to the Certanians of 2 slightly used ships. Until next time, that is the end of our episode tonight. Definitely went off track on my end. Especially since Divine Intervention, that title does not make sense anymore. Because we didn't get to the part where Divine Intervention would have been applicable. Or
Divine
did it?
Intervention is the part where you had 30-something Brett and we were all still alive.
Yes. And with that, thank you all for watching, and until next time, all hands brace for impact.